Welcome to Music Media Review, a weekly podcast discussing trends in music and media. I'm Jess. There's a few times a year I'll go see movies in theaters. I just saw two within a week. Michael Jackson's biopic Michael and The Devil Wears Prada 2. Both were very entertaining and extra special during my birthday festivities. Night before its release, my girlfriends treated me to a Devil Wears Prada 2 pre-showing. We saw it on a big IMAX screen, quality Dolby Digital sound, and sat very close. The almost full admission wasn't kidding online. We sat second row and every row was filled that night. Each viewers were given black sunglasses and a custom Runway magazine for exclusive swag. Those cool prizes won us over, and so did the sequel. Great acting, surreal premise emphasizing industry challenges, and featured an all-female soundtrack. Its current pop single catwalking up the charts is Runway by Lady Gaga and Doechii. This bop nails attitude, and we're going to view it from all sides. First, I'll summarize The Devil Wears Prada's context, critique the new soundtrack, and compare which songs could have influenced Runway's composition. That's all. Let's turn these pages on Music Media Review. Adapted from Lauren Weisberger's 2003 book and life events, 21st Century Fox rebooted her stories in The Devil Wears Prada, June 30th, 2006. Anne Hathaway portrays Andrea Sachs, a college graduate seeking a journalist job in New York City. She gets interviewed at Runway magazine by snooty administrative assistant Emily Charlton, played by Emilyblunt, and Merylstreep as critical editor-in-chief Miranda Priestly. Despite being oblivious about fashion, Andrea gets hired, though little did she know what her workload would entail. Miranda dumps her detail-oriented behavior on both ladies 24/7, whether business-related or her personal itinerary. Barely getting any support, Andrea suffers insults and dissatisfaction while trying to keep up. Finding peace with Runway's fashion director Nigel, Stanleytucci paternally mentors her wardrobe and advises how high expectations will always be there. Slightly gaining more respect, Andrea strives to Miranda's standards better than Emily, who jealously has the tables turned on her missing an annual Paris business trip. Looking great on paper, the downside then falls socially. Broadway fans will recognize Tracy Toms playing Andrea's best friend Lily, noticing the majority of time Andrea's spending to work, and a peck on the cheek by Christian, one of her colleagues Simon Baker depicts at the art gallery opening Lily hosted. Just missed by Andrea's sous chef boyfriend Nate, acted by Entourage's Adrian Grenier. He also calls her out, acting hypocritical and getting ahead. I'll stop my synopsis there if you want to watch the movie back. Some friends and family told me they're interested revisiting the original film, so I won't spoil the rest if you feel the same. I remember seeing commercials when The Devil Wears Prada came out, saw it on cable a few years after. It's a rite of passage to watch what Lauren Weisberger faced at Vogue magazine with former editor-in-chief Anna Wintour, and I didn't know that the casting credits reveal Lauren has a brief cameo sitting on the train with Miranda's twin daughters as their nanny. Never knew that. Not knowing where my college curriculum would result when I watched The Devil Wears Prada, it intimidated me, thinking post-graduation was going to be even harder, piling on scheduling, and figure how to finish accordingly on my own. Not everyone in my family obtained a college degree. That's what pushed me to hang in there along my peers and leading my cousins to follow behind me one by one. Getting back to the movie, I don't understand people's over-the-top personalities. The Devil Wears Prada's moral is that ego types are everywhere and you're responsible basing the choices you make. I like the script's rom-com humor, diving in fashionista lives, and glamour are just exhilarating. My favorite scene is Madonna's dance hit Vogue orchestrating Anne Hathaway's outfit changes into her shifts. I adore Madonna's 90s era. The club music, pop, and ballads are divine. Take a Bow's my absolute favorite. Setting the movie in New York City hit home for me too. I was born there, visit often, and my parents' careers began at ad agencies, so I'm quite familiar observing the print to digital transitions. Like to think I inherited their skills in designing, communication, and of course, music passion. Coincidentally, The Devil Wears Prada 2 explores all three factors in the new sequel. Lincoln Center held a Devil Wears Prada 2 red carpet premiere April 20th. I went to a local theater April 30th. Public screening went active May 1st. Reuniting the characters involved in runway story arcs, the 20 years later shift societal and economical. Took me to the end realizing why the magazine cover I got was selected and simplistically repeating the same movie title. A mini spoil I'll share. Lady Gaga contributed a pivotal scene when Runway songs first played and sings 2 additional tracks on the soundtrack, Shape of a Woman and Glamorous Life. She had a huge 2025 comeback with Mayhem's album, tour, acted and sang on Netflix's Addams Family spinoff Wednesday. Dare I say, Runway's a monster track for Lady Gaga's Little Monster groupies, ideal theme for clubbing, pop dance fans, and supermodel personas. I relived 90s electro-pop hearing it. My kind of fun thinking about that decade. Unsure if Shape of a Woman or Glamorous Life will be Gaga or the soundtrack's follow-up singles, I found a new music video for Material Lover by 20-year-old British pop soul singer Siennaspiro. She's fairly new off TikTok popularity. Vocal reminds me of Sia and Maggie Rogers' emotive ranges. Material Lover's a nice smooth track showing Sienna recording the studio session and strolling outside. Separately, Die on This Hill's a breakthrough hit for Siennaspiro. I saw it on MTV Live rotate the video over the winter after she sang it on Jimmy Fallon's Tonight Show. She's definitely one of 2026 stars. Cuban songwriter Izzy Escobar croons Evergreen Avenue on the soundtrack, introducing another pop soul subgenre tune. We could thank Olivia Dean crossing that style last summer. 2024's Nice to Each Other's on the album, along with other ladies' songs from recent albums. Dua Lipa's End of an Era off 2024's Radical Optimism. Miley Cyrus's Walk of Fame featuring Alabama Shakes guitarist Brittany Howard was on 2025's Something Beautiful. Leve's Mr. Eclectic from 2025's A Matter of Time. More R&B consisted in SZA's Saturn, taken from 2024's Lana, Ray's Worth It off 2023's My 21st Century Blues, Lettucey's Daydreaming on 2025's The Crown, and alternative band The Marias' No One Notice, lifted off 2024's Submarine. Gotta say, this girl power dominance mixed really well with these choices. I'm assuming majority Devil Wears Prada budgets went towards casting, fashion, probably not too much funding new songs to feature, and used music licensing borrowing through artists. Notable names on 2026 album are Madonna, U2, Jamiroquai, Moby, Ray LaMontagne, and dance producer Kaskade. Indie artists Bitter Sweet, Azor Ray, DJ Khaled, and Mosi and Worker had indie picks from their Millennium work completing the track list. I bet if more streaming services other than iTunes were around back then, we'd be more aware of them. At least we can now. I recommend Jamiroquai's 7 Days in June, Here I Am by David Morales, Kaskade, and Tamara Keenan. Hits that weren't clear to be on the first soundtrack were KT Tunstall's Suddenly I See and Madonna's Jump. Guess they didn't want to give up sales outside of catalogs. U2's City of Blinding Lights, an excellent touch. Alanis Morissette covering Seal's 1990 funky debut Crazy spins a rock electro twist delivered as you'd expect. I prefer Prada 2's overall. Marketed better choosing solid stuff. Now let's end breaking down Runway's production resemblances. If you've seen technical videos analyzing song constructions, I've listed media citing particular elements I feel Runway contains. Runway's spoken intro soundbite, "No matter what, you've got to strut," excerpts Eddie Murphy's 1996 film, The Nutty Professor. He internally wrestles protagonist Sherman Klump, forming back into his chubby self, attempting Buddy Love's thin alter ego lasting permanently. Classic movie going back to Jerry Lewis's conception from the 60s. Sonically, YouTube bloggers nostalgically proclaim an infamous 90s one-hit wonder, which is quoted near the end of Runway. 1992's Supermodel, You Better Work by RuPaul. The same RuPaul who's openly sported bisexuality over 30 years and has hosted Emmy-winning reality show RuPaul's Drag Race for 18 years. Various celebrities begged to guest judge for bragging rights and the fun showcase for their contestants. Must be unforgettable to win 8 consecutive Outstanding Reality Show Host and Program Primetime Emmys. RuPaul's motivated personal mantras curating this #1 dance hit, urging to put the self you wish to be. You better work, cover girl, work it girl, give it twirl, do your thing on the runway, work. Supermodel, you better work it, girl, of the world. Wet your lips and make love to the camera. Work. Turn to the left. Work. Now turn to the right. Work. Chassé, chante. Ciphering the verses like Gaga and Doechii did in Runway, both women quote chassé from the chorus to rhyme with their monikers, Doechii and Gaga. RuPaul intelligently broke boundaries, being Tommy Boy Records' first queer sign artist, musically represented the community since disco, and socially influenced uncloseted conversations outside of AIDS epidemic. Madonna nudged the thought, releasing Vogue's 1990 #1, teaching the hand dance in her music video, stylishly dressing up, addressing a critical line. It makes no difference if you're black or white, if you're a boy or a girl. If the music's pumping, it will give you new life. You're a superstar. That's who you are. You know it. Closing Vogue's outro, Madonna lists 20th century actors who gracefully dance or properly dressed on screen. Music colleges parallel Lady Gaga constantly with Madonna's mannerisms, supporting LGBTQ+ and musically. 2011's Born This Way practically rewrote 1989's Express Yourself. Gaga preaches, "Don't be a drag, just be a queen," and recites a stanza in the 3rd verse. She slips Born for the Runway, concluding Runway. I also hear similar keyboard riffs of 2020's Rain on Me featuring Arianagrande. Let's not forget a monumental fusion meshing disco, punk, rap, funk into an experimental crossover. Leading the pack was Blondie's Rapture. Most consider it the first public rap song ever, female sung, white-raced, and #1. MTV featured the music video on its debut night, August 1st, 1981, showing Debbie Harry dancing along nightlife streets and featuring New York rapper Fab Five Freddy. Rapture's epic. I'm captivated every listen. Debbie Harry's so game, she just introduced Olivia Rodrigo on Saturday Night Live last weekend as a devoted fan. To acknowledge Doechii's Runway participation, she's a Grammy-winning rapper, and I brainstormed possible connections her ciphers correlate. Then it dawned on me, sassy name-calling correlates to Lizzo. 2022's About Damn Time cheered herself into a Grammy-winning disco anthem, directly shining vulnerability, bettering herself through music. She's a trip. I get a kick out of her. The way Doechii says yes in the chorus, Arianagrande fell into the same bubbles in 2024's Yes and planning ahead of Wicked's film promotions, acclaiming to play Galinda or Galinda's character. Finally, a pop showman vocally backs up Doechii's "I Can Make a Dance Floor Into a Runway" lines. He's credited Runway's co-writer, became extremely tight with Lady Gaga the last 2 years. That's right, it's Bruno Mars. No wonder the Romantics album in February was a long time coming. He doesn't appear in Runway's full catwalking music video, yet reunited with his Die With a Smile duet partner. When Doechii says, "Okay, okay," in the chorus, Cardi B phonetically said it in Bruno Mars' 2018 Finesse remix. I think his contributions were the verbal okays and "I Can Make a Dance Floor Into a Runway." Makes total sense when you play back and realize it's him. Might as well add a fashionably late swan song to this playlist chain. 2014 #1 smash, Uptown Funk, produced by Mark Ronson and featuring Bruno Mars bandmates, The Hooligans. Spinning a final pose tying in our content, Runway's chorus is, "Yes, serve a little sass. Yes, with a little side of ass. Yes, got the front row screaming, okay, okay. Yes, do a little twirl. Yes, let 'em know I'm that girl. Yes, Monday through Sunday, I can turn a dance floor into a runway. Turn it up, turn around. Bitch, Monday through Sunday, I can turn a dance floor into a runway." In a month, Runway has charted number 50 on the Hot 100, number 25 pop airplay, and number 5 hot dance pop songs. Now go strut to watch these movies and listen to these songs. The Devil Wears Prada franchise is rated PG-13. Hulu is streaming 2026's Origin. The sequel topped box office $96 million its first weekend. I'm expecting theaters will screen it most of the summer. Streaming platforms may carry towards the latter half. I'll keep you posted on how the soundtrack charts. Follow Music Media Review on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Thank you for the streams and notifications. Please subscribe and rate wherever you're streaming. Email is musicmediareviewpodcast@gmail.com. I'm Jess. Next episode will predict ACM Awards winners pre-broadcast. Ballot reception caused drastic changes. I'm up to the task foreshadowing 9 popular category results before May 17th show. Tune in next weekend.